Good morning, happy Monday. Hope you're all doing well. So I went to Hendrick Motorsports on Saturday, and I did film some for you, and I'm going to put that footage at the end of this video. It's about 6 minutes long, and you know, if you like cars, race cars, you might enjoy it. You know, it was something that I did. I know not everybody is into NASCAR, but anyway, it was a fun trip for me and Dave. You know, I feel like we're starting all over again dating, and it was just a lot of fun. I did definitely get my 10,000 steps in, and it was just a good day. So this is Monday, as I said before. This is October 14th, and it's 62 degrees. So we're warm today, and we're under a wind warning. So we're going to have some wind blowing, which is probably going to blow away what leaves we have left. So I don't think this year is going to be a good year for fall foliage in North Carolina. And, you know, I know that the mountains are kind of sending out a mixed message, but there is, you know, if you stay on the main roads, I think you're fine. You cannot get on the parkway. You know, visit. I know Blowing Rock is saying they're open. So, I mean, there are some areas you can go to, but just, you know, check before you leave and make sure that things are open and that they're ready to handle your business. Which, you know, I think that some are and some aren't. And then when everything gets back open, make sure that you, if you can, come and visit the North Carolina mountains and Tennessee, South Carolina, Georgia, any of those areas that, and even Southwest Virginia that had some damage. You know, let's just try to keep it all going as soon as we can. I know the volunteers and FEMA and everyone is working hard to do everything they can. Chimney Rock, the town, it's amazing if you go look at the pictures of how much they have accomplished in just 2.5, 3 weeks. I mean, it's amazing. That just shows you how hard people are working. So we're going to move on from that. We're going to talk about Tim for a minute, and then I'm going to leave it to the vlog part. So Tim is back in Sarasota, and I'm going to read you a comment that was made on his video that I think is very telling of Tim and his personality, and also his fans. I don't know what to call them. I mean, they are, I guess, his fans. And I get they're going to defend him, but they really don't defend him. They just, well, I mean, they're just like Tim, I guess is what I'm trying to say. They never take anything into consideration except that. Anyway, you'll know when I read the comment. I'm not going to go any further because I can't read it till I stop. But it's just I don't know. I don't know why he does not, you know, he claims to be such a good person, but he has no compassion that I can see. You know, he just seems cold-hearted. And I mean, he may not be that way, but the way I see it is that if there's no good can come of it for him, then he's not going to tell it. Now, if he thinks he can get views from showing damage, he probably would show it. Now, I think he could get views, but I know he doesn't want to be negative and all that. And there's one thing about, I think there's a difference between being negative and being real. I think we all sometimes need to be real and quit, you know, painting everything to be all rosy when it's really not. And one thing I want to say too is I know I stirred up some people with my videos I've been sharing on weather and all that stuff. And, you know, that was part of my deal. I wanted to stir the pot because I think the conversation is interesting. And whether you believe it or not, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't believe it. And I know that some of my, all right, car, you need to stop. I know that some people that I'm friends with, you know, they try their best to convince me, but I just cannot believe that there's somebody in our government that would do that if the technology is there. And according to some, the technology is there. That's all I'll say. But I still like to have the conversation is, what do you believe? But evidently some people thought that because I mentioned it or whatever it was that I believed it. Do I believe it's absolutely possible? I believe anything's possible these days. I do. But I don't think it's happening yet. But it might be one day. You never know. You never know this day and time, and that's all I'm saying. All right. Where's my comments? Okay. This, I don't remember which video this was from, but anyway. I'm not going to read the name that it's from. You can try to find the comment if you want to. It was still there the last time I looked. It says, I live in Palmetto, Florida. It says, no power until Thursday. We have no water. Not sure when that will be working. Can't find ice anywhere. I've lost $2,000 in spoiled food. If you find a gas station, the lines are 2 miles long. It's not all fun and games. Just saying. Okay, and of course, and I will say, well, I say this, Bubba, I've talked about Bubba before. Bubba he's got an answer for everything. He knows it all. If you got that much frozen food, you need a backup generator in any state of the union. It's cheap insurance. Well, the fact is, he didn't have it right now. So don't start giving him advice right now. Have a little bit of compassion. And then he wrote back and said, you're right, but can't afford 800 plus when living on Social Security. Unfortunately, don't have a YouTube channel. So he's kind of coming back with a smart aleck answer, which I think was good of him, because I'd probably do the same thing. And he's probably accumulated the food over time. It's probably not, he didn't go out and buy it at one time. Let's put it that way. All right. Now, here's Tim's answer. Marco Rubio sends emails to everyone. I received them the last 3 hurricanes offering to replace your food and help you with your situation. Reach out to disaster assistance government. Good luck. Okay. Yes, I tell him to go ahead and reach out and see what happens. But he has the best answer of anybody. This guy in Florida is, I've never had a government handout and will never take one. Ronald Reagan quote. I think you all know that I've always felt the 9 most terrifying words in the English language are, I'm from the government and I'm here to help. So this guy is saying he's not going to take no government help, even if they're offering. And you can say what you want to about all that. I mean, I admire the man for saying that. Okay. Now, Tim's answer on his video, his evening chat. So I guess this was on the video before that, this comment. He says, there's ice water down the road. Well, now, the guy didn't say for sure, but what if his car won't run? What if his car got flooded and he don't have a way to get down the road? Why don't Tim offer to go pick him up? Take him to get some ice. He's got all this time on his hands. And I know somebody come back and say, well, why don't you go get it? Well, I don't live in Florida. And as I said before, if I knew somebody that needed me to come and pick them up, take them somewhere, I would. I've done it before. Y'all have seen on this channel where I've done it. And I will do it again if they just ask. Now, I'm not talking about 100 miles away. I'm talking about in my area, because I believe you need to help your community first. And then once your community is, everybody got what they need, then you can go out. Now, that's not to say, though, that you shouldn't, and I know I'm digging a hole here, but that you shouldn't go out and try to help if you can. You know, if I didn't have to work, or if I had the time, and I guess I could take a leave, you know, I could go help. But then I've got my cat. I've also got to think about my life. And I've always said one day, if and ever I retire, that's one thing I will consider doing. I mean, I would be glad to separate stuff. I would be glad to hand out stuff. But from what I understand, some people, I mean, they see where the volunteers may have stopped, but all somebody has to do is put on social media they need the help, and they say the next morning that they have to almost turn people away. Now, that may not be in every area, but I think that it's probably true, especially in the Asheville area, because that tends to be where everybody goes. Now, I don't know about Tennessee or, you know, any of the other areas, but I know, and then there are some that if you can get to Chimney Rock, they're going there and helping. And I know that Black Mountain is they've now started finally being able to get into there to help. So there are places to go. And, you know, I don't try to beat my own horn or whatever, but, you know, I've tried to give as much as I can financially. And, you know, sooner or later that may not be enough. Come November, whatever, I may see myself going over there and helping, because I believe that sometimes people forget after a month or two. Christmas is going to be coming, and, you know, there's just going to be stuff that people will forget. And that's when I feel like I should be there. Not right now when everybody's over there, just later. I'm not saying that I'm going for sure, but if need be, I will. I will take off. You know, I am going to be off a week in November, so that may be a time that I do it one day. Got a friend coming up. We both could go over there and help somebody. You know, my work at home can be done anytime. It's not I'm not in a race against the winter temps, whereas they are. Okay, now I'm going to stop. I know I've said a lot probably that I shouldn't have. I go on this rant and I realize that, as I said before, I need to be taking some of my own advice. There was a comment made on my videos. I don't know if anybody's seen it, whatever. It's obvious that he didn't really watch my video. I say it's a he, maybe a she, I don't know. Or they've never watched my videos, because they said something about that I need to be looking into a diet plan myself. Well, if you'd watched the video, you'd known. And if you'd watched me over time, you would know that I am constantly, you know, some days I fall off the wagon. Some weeks I fall off the wagon. But I get right back on. And that's all I'll say about that. Okay, I want to say congratulations to Kyle Larson on winning. And I saw where they disqualified Alex Bowman. I don't know how I feel about that. It'd be interesting to hear about the appeal process, because it's a weight issue, and we all know weight issues can be anything. You know, they don't tell you how much. You know that it's at least 17 pounds underweight. That's their limit. To me, that's a lot. But is it 18? Is it 19? Is it 17 and a half? You know, tell us. But no, they're not going to tell us. I'm sure somebody will, though, eventually. Anyway, okay, I'm going to go into the vlog here. If you want to watch it, that's fine. I appreciate you watching. Like I say, it's going to have a bunch of race cars in it. And at the end, you'll see Chase, because I got to meet Chase Elliott. So I'll talk to y'all later. Love you. Bye.
I should slow it down, take it easy. I just keep on staring at my phone. Yeah, my head's spinning, heart's racing, knowing that you could give me a call. I lay awake at night, because all I seem to think about is you. Fuck, I don't know what to do. Do I want this too much? I know I have burned you once before. You can chew me up and spit me out if you don't wanna see me anymore. But I just wanna try it, because all that I can think about is you. And I don't know what to do. Can I stay for a while, cause I don't know any better. I should say something clever, but I can't think whatsoever. Because my logic's out the window when I'm sitting next to you. Go ahead and break my heart if you want to, but I'll stay for a while if that's okay with you. Am I a crazy person, maniac? Cause I just wanna jump right in with you. And I don't care about the consequences. I think you know that too. Just give me one more try, and I promise I will never let you down. Cause you're all that I see now. Can I stay for a while, cause I don't know any better. I should say something clever, but I can't think whatsoever. Because my logic's out the window when I'm sitting next to you. Go ahead and break my heart if you want to, but I'll stay for a while if that's okay with you. 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 I should slow it down, take it.
To race and focus, of course, on the Roval ahead. As we were talking about in there, not the same racetrack. It's been reconfigured since the last time you were there. So expectations for the changes they've made.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to change it quite a bit personally. The laps that I've made on the sim, it is really has a whole different flow and a whole different vibe to it to me. So I'm really curious to see if that holds true when we get over there. But I think it's going to feel a lot different. That whole section is, polar opposite from what it has been the last few years, and I think it, has potential to just be really different. So I've kind of approached it like a new racetrack, and in my prep, and looking forward to getting on track later today, and we'll see if we can't figure it out.
And what about you? Same sentiments?
No, I think, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people have been kind of negative about the change. I think it's going to be okay. I think, it opens up, a decent passing opportunity, I think, into that hairpin, and it's going to be a fast section too.
I lay awake at night because all I seem to think about is you. Fuck, I don't know what to do. Do I want this too much? I know I have burned you once before.